Hey everybody, Matt Calder here with another indie game demo. This is, I was a teenage exocolonist, which from the title, I always appreciate a kind of non-standard title. From the little scan that I gave this, they gave the synopsis for this, it's card-based, which immediately got me excited. You know I love cards. Wake up. And then the next thing is going to be put on a little makeup. I'm going to say no. You were born on the colony ship Stratospheric on the year 12 of its 22-year voyage to the Zhao Wolf anomaly at the edge of the solar system. Ooh. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, which make fresh air and veggies for the ship. They're good, honest homesteaders, like the other 100 colonists on board. They bravely chose to have this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertumna 4. They name you Slain? Slain. I like that. I thought it was Sloan, then I was like, wait a minute. You're a bright-eyed baby with an active imagination. Over the years on the ship, you'll come to identify as a non-binary child. I like the phrasing here. I like that they, I appreciate this part. Hey, shout outs. Oh, I got I got stats now. Animals. One of my stats is animals. Just combat. Here we go. Hey Matt, what's your favorite physical skills? Toughness, perception, combat, animals. Love it. You have vivid dreams every night of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles, and strange animals. You wonder what awaits you on Vertumna. By age 6, your parents see first signs of the genetic enhancement they gave their child. Eagle eyes. Okay. Extra fingers. I don't know how that would help. Absorbent brain. Again, I don't know exactly what that would do. Super strength, calm temperament, nothing at all. Let's go with calm temperament. Oh, my empathy went up by a little bit. Look at these. Look at this. Look at this little ragtag group of friends here. So I got plus 10 empathy. Nothing can faze you. You're rarely frustrated or angry, and don't let anxiety get the better of you. Oh my God, can I get that? You brush insults aside, always play nice, and never have to be taught that sharing is caring. You're especially nice to your friend. Oh, okay. There's way more people here that are here, but this is a great selection of art. I like. Oh my goodness! Energetic and loyal anemone, tough and gentle Cal, bold and confident Mars, quiet and adventurous Dis. Studious and mature Tangent, shy and sweet Tammy. I want to be friends with Cal, tough and gentle Cal. Oh, hey Cal. Plus 1 friendship with Cal, 10 biology, and 10 animals. Oh my God, yes, we're getting skill in animals. You're 10 years old when the ship finally enters the Zhao Wolf anomaly. You've learned all about it in class. A wormhole, like a doorway to other star systems. The planet Vertumna 4 is on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. When the day finally comes, they hurry to put on your spacesuits and gather near the emergency escape pods, just in case. Always be prepared. My parents look fucking rad, by the way. I love them. We're gonna be fine, Selene. Your dad sues. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we practice. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look, but we don't. You know. Oh, yo, check it out. My mom has a robot leg. And has a cane! Yo! Dog. There has been more representation in the first 5 minutes of this game than some games see over like 60 hours. So shout outs. Shout outs. Oh, 22 stress. Oh, minus 8 because I'm calm. A sudden shockwave hits the ship. You hear an impossibly loud crunch and weightless for just a moment before gravity slams you back against a wall. You black out. Oh, always black out in video games. You You find yourself in a place you know from your dreams, tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger, grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, I'm not going to let you miss this. Then you're back. Your head feels funny and your vision swims in front of you, but you're pretty sure the shaking has stopped. Your head buzzes like it's full of bees. You have this strange feeling, an out-of-time feeling. You were there. The dream was real, and now you're back here, back on the ship. You try to piece your thoughts together through the dizziness. Marv throws a hand in front of your face. Hey, Selene, we made it through. Stop spacing and come look. You clumsily unbuckle your harness and follow her to a porthole. You feel a sense of deja vu. You've done this before. You know exactly what you're about to see. Outside, the stars have returned. You see Vertumna System's blue and yellow suns, and looming beneath you, the fuchsia-tinted planet Vertumna 4. Just as you expected, because you've seen this moment before, in your dreams. The buzzing in your head reaches a crescendo as your vision fades to gray, and you slip sideways. Start your new life on Vertumna. Month 1 of 9 of the quiet season. Oh, that's me, okay. Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake. You've been asleep in medbay for days. Are you all better? You rub your eyes. You do feel groggy. Everything is so strange. The air is warm and humid. The ground is covered with pale blue powder that crunches underneath your feet. You squint to look up, then almost fall over from vertigo. The sky goes on forever. Your heart pounds in your chest. You better go see your dad, Tammy says, worried. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. Good use of the word geodesic. Whoa. Tammy looks concerned. You slept for so long after you bumped your head, she says. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad is working over in geoponics near those domes. They're called greenhouses. I would go with you, but this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed. Tammy blushes. It's scary outside. I feel that, Tammy. Let's see what's going on up here. Oh! Command is a warren of long hallways with doors off to many tiny nondescript offices. Everyone you pass looks like they're hurrying off to something important. The end of one hallway opens into a supply depot, which works as both requisitions office and general store. Beyond it are the supply warehouses, cavernous rooms stacked high with boxes of supplies from Earth, now being gradually unpacked and distributed. There's a notice board. A large screen shows important reminders for the colony. You could probably look this info up on your holopalm too, but Governor Uticott is kind of old school this way. Upcoming event, we'll be hosting our first annual Vertumna Festival during the second week of Dust. Chief Administrator Seek. Notice, take precautions outside the colony boundaries. Xeofauna have been sighted in the area. Survey teams are investigated. Chief Surveyor Mel. All right. So we've been here like 4 days and we've already got a festival planned. I love it. It's warm and stuffy in the engineering wing. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, where the ship's engines run continuously to provide power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs in medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of this wing is off limits to children. Are they Okay. Hi, Dad. Daddy-o. Selene. Dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you awake while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. For some reason, Dr. Instance popped in my head like Twitch's #1 WoW streamer. Dr. Instance. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Ah, you love your dad. Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratosphere from the outside, except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two, and parts taken off to form other buildings, and a big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting the way up the hill. How did you do this so fast? You've been asleep for almost a week, my dear aubergine, he says, and these geodesic greenhouses practically put themselves up. But some of this is only a quick temporary solution, he admits. We'll keep growing and improving things. One day our little colony will be as big as a whole city. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out of his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? He asks. You honestly don't. You remind him, you've been asleep for the past week. Happy birthday, he shouts and hugs you. Birthday already? You feel a dizzying stench of deja vu. You stare at the wrapped package hard. You know exactly what is in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad whittled from a piece of alien wood. Oh! You describe the medallion, and your dad tisks as he hands you the package. Who told you and ruined the surprise? So we got a sun medallion card. I don't know. You start to explain that nobody told you, but someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Slane, he says. But we have to get... Is it Slane? I said it quicker, and I realized, that might be how you say Slane. I have to get back to work. There was an accident before we landed, and he stops himself. Don't worry. We're going to fix it, your mother and I. Professor Howell is expecting you in classes if you're feeling up to it. He points west to the engineering wing in the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier. Or you can relax in our quarters till you feel better. We'll talk later tonight. He kisses the top of your forehead and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Slane. Unlocked, classes in engineering, and relaxing in the ship's quarters. Oh, hello, hiding child. You see Dis sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the southwest. To the south, where grown-ups are coming and going. The kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall. Something enormous and dark and wriggly. For years in space, you've had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking from your daydream, Dis whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I believe you. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic, I can tell. Nobody believes me. He turns his back and ignores you. They're huge and wriggly and going to attack us. Stop making fun of me, Dis pouts. You're as bad as Mars. Well, alright. Hey, Slane! Anemone seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball. Sports ball! It's literally called a sports ball. Making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold. But it's still neat. You can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little. Anemone is simple, physical, real. I always feel grounded near her. Why aren't you in school? She smacks her forehead. School! I was wondering where everybody was. I guess I'm going to be late for engineering class. She doesn't look very worried to you. It's okay, she says. Professor Hal is chill. He won't mind. But we should probably go now. Alright, it was engineering class. Aha! Professor Hal rubs his hands together as he waits for the class to settle down. He's in a great mood. This must be his favorite subject to teach. If biology and chemistry are the wet sciences, then engineering must be a dry one. But believe me, this class definitely won't be dry. We'll also be learning math, physics, computing, robotics, architecture, and astronomy. Tang raises her hand. Will we also learn about nuclear engineering? She asks. Professor Hal nods. Yes, though at a beginner level. We'll have an overview of atomic theory and take a field trip to the engine rooms to see how our ship's nuclear reactor works to power the colony. But first, let's say hello to... Hi, kids! Ship's computer... Congruence. Oh, that... Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that word spelled. Congruence. Glides in the room on her ceiling track. Class cheers. Congruence is so cool. She's like a person, but also a machine. She knows a lot of jokes and can tell you anything about space. Listen, kids would be really into the VTuber AI. Like, if there's anything I've learned in the last couple months, kids would be super into the AI VTuber of the ship. You all know me, she says, but I'll bet some of you have questions about how I work. What do you want to know? I feel like we would have already asked if she has to eat and poop, years ago. How do you know so many things? My brain, she explains, is big. It's just enormous, really. Much bigger than this little monitor you see here. And it's connected to the ship's HoloNet, so anything you can look up on your holopans, I just know. Congruence explains that she had to do all kinds of calculations to help fly the ship and land it, and she was designed to provide a user-friendly interface to the ship's systems. But Hal has modded me to be far more than that, she says proudly. Now I can even tell jokes. Why did the computer cross the road? She asks. I don't know why. Congruence smiles widely. Oh, I'm not going to read that binary, but that's probably a good joke. I will leave it to the more binary inclined among you. It's probably a good joke. So +3 engineering, 2 reasoning, +11. School's stressful. Whoa. Okay, hang on. Drag cards into the 5 slots in the middle. If the cards add up to at least the goal value on the right, you win. Get bonuses for placing cards of the same color, flushes, or numbers, pairs, side by side, or by making increasing straights of any color. Depending on the type of battle, your yellow straights, red pairs, or blue flushes are worth more. The reward for winning is +1 to the skill listed at the top. Okay, so I gotta get a 12. Okay, so... Okay, so that's a pair. Oh, and I get an extra... Okay, okay. I wonder if I get more points... Yeah, because then I built a straight, and then there's the pair. But wait, I wonder, okay, so if I do this, and then this turns into a 2, and then this is a 2. No, this, okay. Oh, okay. So I get this. So I did a straight here. This is 1, this is 0, 1, 2, 2, 2, right? So that's a straight of 3, boop, boop, boop. And then 3 of a kind, 2, 2, 2. And then that's in addition to 1, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, nice. Okay. +1 engineering. Your parents have been working from before dawn to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is an important job, but it seems to be something more than that. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed, and though you can tell they're exhausted, they try to make an effort for you. Do I have a list of... Oh. 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 Interesting. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says kindly. How's your week been? My dream keeps happening for real. You tell them how you knew about the medallion your dad made before you saw it, because you dreamed about it when you were a kid. And all these other things you thought were just fantasies of your sleeping mind had suddenly started coming true since you arrived in Vertumna. You keep remembering things that are about to happen, and it's all so weird and confusing. Honey, your mom interrupts you. I know you've been under a lot of stress. We all have. She sighs and gives your dad a concerned look. I'm so sorry we haven't been there for you, but don't you think you might be making this all up to get attention? No, this is real. You fool. You try to say calm and explain, but you keep talking faster and faster. Before long, your breath is coming in hiccups, and you start to cry uncontrollably. Parents don't know what to say. All they can do is hold you tight and stroke your head. Of course they don't believe you, and you can't think of a way to prove it to them. When you calm down a bit, you hear them talking quietly to each other. They did have a bad concussion. Maybe there was some permanent damage. What if our baby? They look so anxious and pained now. You feel bad. Insist you go back to see Dr. Instance for a checkup and take you there immediately. +1 biology, hey. You end up spending another week in medbay. Dr. insists on giving you sleeping medicine that makes you drowsy, but at least you aren't just asleep the entire time like before. She takes a lot of health readings. You take note and learn a bit about medicine because there's nothing else to do. It's boring and stressful at the same time. Your parents come to visit you in the evening, but nobody wants to talk about the dreams or memories or whatever they are. Or were. You've been sleeping deeply with this medicine and you haven't had that remembering feeling in a while. When you try to bring the subject up, Dr. Instance always says you should get some more rest and tells the medbed to give you more sleeping drugs. You feel trapped and helpless. After a week, Dr. Instance says she can see nothing wrong with you and it must simply be stress. You just need to take it easy, my little tomato, your dad says. Landing on Vertumna has been a big change for all of us. It's natural to feel anxious and act out. Your mom looks disappointed, but tells you she loves you. Can I just go home now? You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom, I think there's lots of different ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and smiles. At least we both agree that this colony is a grand experiment, and we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They might have ideas on how you can spend your time. And come by Geoponics, your mom adds. We could use your help. Unlock shoveling at Geoponics. 1, 2 of 9. Oh, my little picture changed. Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Hal wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog on the colony HoloNet, but I can't find it anywhere. Plants? Have you tried looking outside? She looks down, then up, and squints her eyes at you. Was that a joke? Well, it's not funny, Slane. I need to finish this bio assignment so I can start in the engineering lab after lunch, and then I have a physics quest to study for. If you won't help, maybe go kick a ball or something with the other kids. As you inch away, Tangent's already forgotten about you and is back at her hollow palm. She seems fun. She seems like a fun person to hang out with. Anemone is bumping a sports ball with her wrist, trying to keep it in the air. Heads up, she shouts, and bumps the ball in your direction. Look out, a ball is flying towards you. Bounce it back. Hey, I got a little toughness. I'm supposed to have 15 toughness. That's so much toughness. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. Anemone tells you about the new sports ball court, a proper regulation-sized court, way bigger than the little zero-G one on the stratospheric. Her older brother, Com, is coaching the junior sports ball team this league. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Unlock sports ball job at the garrison. Okay, so these are the different things I can do around to improve my character. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, you were her study partner, because I'm a nerd. Tammy was awful, just awful at Earth history. She thought Europe was the name of an English queen and the Pacific was a famous ceasefire treaty. Facts go in one of her huge ears and back out the other. No matter how hard you tried, she never seemed to improve. Her ears perk up hopefully when she sees you. Hello, Slane. I was hoping you could help me with some homework. Yeah, homework. I love it. I'm a nerd. -1 reasoning. Problem solving and general knowledge. I don't know why that would happen. Okay. Oh, thank you. She bounces up and down. You spend a couple hours trying to teach her the difference between exothermic and endothermic reactions. One makes heat and one absorbs it. Why is that so hard for her to understand? The thing is, Tammy never loses heart when she fails a test or gets an answer wrong. It's inspiring, even though sometimes you do feel like you're getting less smart after studying with her. Hey, don't use dumber. Oh, hey, let's talk to my friend before we talk to our parents. Cal is riding around the Geoponics gardens on his hoverboard. Oh my god, do those work on water? We're in space, they probably work on water now. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off, but catches his balance. Hey, Sloan! Rail ground's way harder to hover on than ship floors. There's bumps everywhere. Maybe they don't work outside? Oh, they totally do. Hovering outside is rad, look at this! He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this, it's a skate bowl! Can I try? +1 toughness, +1 friendship with Cal. Hell yeah. Sure, but be careful. My mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed going down one side to come back up the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard just staying on the board with this uneven ground, but it's still fun. Heck yeah. Spending time with my friends on the alien planet. Hello, Mom. You find your mom hard at work building a greenhouse with a small construction crew. Dude, mom's got guns. Look at this. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants we brought from Earth, things like spinach and tomatoes, and fruit. You're really looking forward to fruit. She pauses and takes a swig from a glass of water. Well, Sloan, I hope you remember what you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. Your father and I trust you to decide how to spend your time so long as it's productive. Listen, playing Dark Souls is productive. I don't want to hear this. She points towards the engineering wing, the back half of the strip's severed frame. Your Professor Hal is still expecting to see you in class, but a well-rounded education should include practical application too. You're old enough now to work. You might even earn some kudos at it. Oh my god. I've got a minute. What do you want to know more about? Animals. Geoponics. Sure, Mom. She looks down and nudges at a sprout growing between her feet. It's green, the color of Earth plates. We're doing our best, she says, but it hasn't been easy. I just hope the potatoes and corn we've brought can handle the weather here. She glances up at the sky. I hear it rains quite a bit in the wet season. She takes a long look at you up and down. You're growing fast, Slane, but you're still too young for real farming. Instead, well, there's a lot of dirt that needs to be moved. Seeing your disappointment, she nudges you on the shoulder. Oh, don't pout. It'll help build those muscles. You'll need them now that we're out in the real world doing hard work. Out here, we have to rely on our physical strength. She flexes her biceps. Your mom really is strong. Do we just ask about everything? Hal is teaching classes on life science, engineering, and humanities. If you pass all your tests, maybe he'll let you work there in a few years. Your father thinks you're old enough that school is optional. I disagree, but I'll be honest with you. She gestures to the nearest greenhouse dome. We do need every pair of hands we can get. If you plan to work with me here in geoponics, I'd suggest studying life science, which includes biology and ecology. Okay. Let's. We've only got so much time here. Hello, my little potato. Your dad smiles warmly. What have you been up to today? Just hanging with my friends. That Cal's a good boy, he says. And Anne's spunky kid, Anemone. I've seen her out by the garrison playing sports ball. I think she's been spending every day outside since we landed. He breathes deeply and looks around slowly. Vertumna is magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons! He shouts, throwing his hands wide. I missed seasons! Yeah, me too, bud. That's why I play Gen 5 of Pokemon. Back on Earth, it used to get so cold that water froze. Here in quiet season, it only snows blue bromide salts from the upper atmosphere. But I still think it looks pretty, don't you? But so warm and tropical. He sighs, stretching. You just wait till dust season, when the suns will both be high in the sky. It'll be real hot then. And all the plants will change, he says enthusiastically. You'll see. That sounds like a lot of change, Dad, that I don't know how I feel about it. Geoponics Wing is a series of interlocking greenhouses, each a different biome, with specific levels of heat and moisture. Some contain vertumnal plants, some plants from Earth, and a few rooms are so delicate you have to spray off any germs in an airlock before you can enter. The seasonal garden outside is dotted with blue nobodies, little flowers that look like little wriggling creatures stuck inside each one. A sign explains it's just a decoy, meant to attract some kind of flying predator to come pollinate the flowers. Nets are draped over the garden to keep them out. I'm a nerd. Let's go do nerd stuff. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologists and up-and-coming chemists. Professor Howell welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon, we're going to focus on what I like to call the wet sciences. Howell, please don't say that. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. Captain Planet. I know, not very focused, is it? He shrugs. But you'll learn a little bit of everything, and there'll be opportunities for further study in your favorite field. For today's lesson, we'll start with a fun group project. You'll be studying the musk tree, a prominent natural resource native to Vertumna. In the ideal condition, it can grow at a speed of over 1 meter a day and at a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. He stands on his tiptoes and gestures to illustrate. Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions. You're teamed up with Tang and Cal and are given a musk tree spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest is up to you. Tang looks up surveyor's notes on the holonet. Mush trees, she reads, are most abundant south of the colony in the stormy, moist regions of the subaqueous swamp. Well, what if we use water instead of soil? Cal suggests. Like to do with hydroponics. Tang nods. If they like wet weather, that might work. What else should we do? Lower the pH. It would make it more acidic. You fill the bucket with water and add bromide snow crystals. These are sometimes left over at the end of the quiet season. They're mildly acidic, which means they should lower the pH of the water. Every day you rush into the classroom to check on its progress. At first there's nothing, but by midweek your little mush tree shoot sprouts up and starts its journey. By the end, yours is in the middle of the pack. Seeing as mush trees don't usually grow where there's bromide snow, you wonder if they don't like acid. Oh, well, okay. I got 3 biology, 2 reasoning, and 11 stress. All right, we got another. Oh, okay. Okay. But I'll take it. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody's about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes it happens, but not always. This morning you were sure Professor Howe was going to trip on the uneven floor at the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns, but he didn't. You even told Mars to watch. Afterwards, she called you a liar and a fool. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff you know couldn't be real, like monsters the size of buildings and strange people you've never met seem so familiar. What if those things just haven't happened yet, but they will someday? Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick or that you're sick and need to go to medbay. You decided to get quiet about your dreams because you just want to be normal. You hope that if you don't think about it, it'll go away. You can be a regular kid just like everybody else. You get the sun medallion your dad carved for you, the one you saw in a dream before you ever saw it for real. Maybe you just got a little mixed up, or you overheard someone talking about it. That's how you knew what it looked like. Pollen season. Oh god, this is gonna be the worst season ever. Why is there a season of pollen? Sloan, Tangent approaches you with purpose. We need to discuss my brother. Who? Dis? Yes, Dis. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing to. Ever since we landed, he doesn't even come home at night, and sometimes, I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late, and our mother is worried. You get the feeling Tang is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll find out. Thank you, Slane. I mean, on behalf of our mother. Because, of course, Tang doesn't get worried. Alright. Good thing to keep in mind. What are y'all doing? Y'all look suspicious. Oh. Have you tried standing in mud yet? It's the best, most amazing feeling. You look down and sure enough, Cal's feet are bare and muddy as heck. Dirt and grass feels neat too. Sometimes the rocks hurt, but Mom says I'll build calluses. You should try it. Discuss animal... I haven't had a chance to build animals. Cal, I'm sorry. And, oh my gosh, like my two things. My two things, and I haven't been able to boost them enough to do the things with my friends. Oh my gosh. Tammy's dad is the head of expeditions, means he's out surveying the jungle every day. This morning, you can see her crying in the doorway as he leaves. I don't like when he goes out there, she sniffs after he's gone. But he's so brave, and so are you. That's why I like you, Sloan. Alright, my folks are doing whatever. Alright, my dad calls me a fruit. Mom takes a break to check in with you, suggests you help her and her father out geoponics if you aren't busy enough with school and other jobs. Things that I don't want to talk about, that's fine. A sharp whistle interrupts your thought. Hey, Sloan! Mars goes out to you. Come here, I got a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's fanning herself in the shade of the ship. Oh, it's so gross here. All this pollen? At least on the ship we had climate control. Tammy's making me soy sweets, but there's no way I'm moving from this spot. Go get them for me, would you? I know she's down on the hill, but honestly, I'd rather have someone else do it. Sure, yeah, why not? Good, run along then. She's probably near our quarters, considering she hasn't moved more than 10 meters from the door since we landed. Whole planet to colonize. She wants to sit at home and make sweets. Incredible. You know, whatever. I'm okay with it. Tammy is staring obliviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She settles as you approach. Hello, Sloan, she says. Do you need something? I'm here for Mars' soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. She hands you a box wrapped in with a pink and yellow scarf. One order of mango soy sweets made fresh this morning. Please tell Mars she can have the scarf. She can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to nanoprint it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool. I mean, sometimes she can be kind of mean. Really mean, actually. But I can tell that she really cares too. I don't even like you, Baka. Mars puts her hand out expectantly. Give it here. That's rude. 1 loyalty. Okay. Is that a different thing than... Okay. You hand over the box of soy sweets with a smile. Mars takes it and cackles. Such a good little puppet, doing everything I say. What a boring life you must lead. Oh, I'm not. No, Mars, you were kind of neat. I was kind of into your whole jam, and now you're just a pain now. She opens the box and nibbles on a soy sweet. Seek is looking for somebody to do delivery jobs for the depot, she says. I don't want to do it, because, ew, manual labor? No. If you like running around for other people, go through there, she says, gesturing the door behind her. Tell Seek I referred you, and I get the kudos. Unlock delivery job. Sure, let's do a delivery job, and I'm not going to tell nobody nothing. Wear your masks when out of door. Hey, just wear your mask. It's good. Chief Administrator Seek greets you at the depot. They look you up and down. Sloan. Never struck me as particularly reasonable or organized, but children never are, excuse me. What makes you think you'd be a good fit for your position of courier? You didn't realize there was gonna be a job interview. I'll work hard. We'll see about that. But lucky for you, you're the only applicant this week. You've got the job. For now, anyway. +4 stress, great. Seek sends you all around the colony delivering supplies. During your first week, it's mostly small things you can carry by hand or push on a small cart. Stuff like tools and electronics. Some are high priority, which means you have to run. It's kind of fun being able to yell, important delivery coming through, and people actually get out of the way. Whoa. +5 kudos. Is that like monies? Organization challenge. Ooh, okay. So we got to do a 12 here. Bam! Look at that. The pair, the flush, the straight, the pair. I like this. This demo and many others were recorded as part of Ludinaricon, a digital convention hosted on Steam in celebration of narrative games and the people who make them. In the top right corner now, and in the description of the video, you'll find a link to the playlist for all the recorded demos. You also find a link to the website where you can find even more info on the games that didn't have demos and the event as a whole. Also in the description will be important links for the games you just watched, including a Steam page where you can buy or wishlist the game, their Twitter profile, or website. Please consider giving this video a like and checking out any more of the featured games. Thanks!